From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Deval Achane. They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Down to about the 37. The Dolphins at 7-1 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
All right. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
21G. Solo left side.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. These guys running back out of the backfield. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
44. Ready. Out. Done. Ready.
It's complete to Brown, right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Right. Will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line, because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Isaiah Likely the target that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They go play action now. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run over.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Kenneth Grant able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Here's Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
All right, come on. Hey.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
17
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after one.
Brings up second and 10 at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
Here's second and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there in the screen. It'll settle the third down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They keep it with Henry on the first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Jackson. It's Hill, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker. But I don't think he got there. He did not. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Tua going to give this to Wright. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Watch it, Austin.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Tua going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Mattison. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alexander Mattison, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman from 3 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. At their own 19.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Now Tua. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
For another Miami Dolphin. First and goal.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Wright as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a lead now up to 14.
Jason Sanders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big connection on that one. 52 yards.
Field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half.
28. Ravens 17.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are back within a score. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will look for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Wright's got him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
From the gun, it's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now a 2nd and 2. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there, and now 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Johnson on the return.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Dolphin and football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 21 TX.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Extra point and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
Cover one high. Cover one high. 20 TX.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete.
Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Draw play, this is Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. All right, go ahead, go.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. De'Ami Brown, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Ravens 32.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And the Ravens first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 50 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. De'Ami Brown with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Madison running left. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24.
63. Ravens 39. Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. With in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and 1 to give him a new set of downs. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down. They work now on 2nd and 9.
The 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Steps away. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I
did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Hey! Rocco 80! Go!
And they will take a knee here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. 2nd and 11.
Let's go now!
Wilson wants to throw it. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Now it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new